Hello and welcome to the Beginner's Workshop. Today I'm just going to do a bit of a review on a table saw actually. Now this table saw, I'm quite excited to get it open because the company itself, Excel table saw, I've not really heard much about them. Now I got it through toolsfortrade.co.uk, £157. It is available on Excel's own website. But I believe that Excel are linked to Tools for Trade as well. You can get it on Amazon. I think it was slightly more expensive when I purchased it, and there's only a few reviews on there. So that's the main reason why I'm doing a review today, is just because there's not much information out there. So I'm going to do an unboxing. So it's an Excel job site table saw. Model number is 7471. So I'm just going to crack it open. We'll see what's inside. There's one thing I do want to mention is that it was DHL that delivered this. And it kind of got plunked on my front doorstep. The box does take a bit of a battering. You can see there's a slight bit of cosmetic damage inside. I think that's the fence. So when we open it, we'll have a look and see if there's any more damage to it. Like I said, I think it was more the courier than how it was produced. I'm sure it's just cosmetic, which I'm fine with that. It's going to take a bit of a battering anyway. So we'll see what's inside. Got a box. Let's see what's in here. I think that's the mitre gauge. Yeah, so we've got a riving knife. Part of the dust extraction. Mitre gauge. Aluminium, seems pretty solid. We've got the blade guard. So it has got an attachment so you can put your hose on there as well for the vacuum. Seems good, not thin. Good material. So that's in that side. Got some instructions. I won't bore you with them. I'll let you know if they're difficult. That's it for loose items. So I'll be back shortly with it. Open the box so no one wants to see me taking it out of the box. And we'll see what it looks like out of the box. So just on top, actually, I missed this part. It was the fence that was in this bit that's damaged. And it's purely cosmetic. I don't know if you can see. Just a bit of the aluminium that's the coater a bit chipped off, but it seems pretty straight. It doesn't seem any dents in it. But the fence itself seems really good quality actually. That's the key thing with this table saw, I think, is going to be the quality of the fence. It tends to be with the budget table saws, it's purely about the fence. If it's got a terrible fence, the table saw itself is just, it's probably, it's either adapt your own table saw or upgrade. I mean, it's okay for tiny small cuts, but the experience I had the Titan from Screwfix, and the fence itself, as soon as you tightened it, the back end wandered. It was a nightmare. You had to end up clamping the back to make sure it didn't move. Where this one, when you clip it down, it looks like it's got a pin at the back, which initiates and clips in, so it will remain solid, which I'm really pleased with that, because this is the only thing I was concerned about, whether it was going to do this, and it does, so I'm happy with that. So I've got it out of the box now, and just look at it first impressions, the build quality is spot on. I'm really happy with that. I was expecting a bit of tinniness with everything, but it actually feels solid. So I'm really happy with that. I mean, looks wise, it definitely looks similar to the DeWalt. Definitely, obviously it's got the Milwaukee colouring. But you know, first impressions out of the box, really good. I'm happy with that purchase, you know, without going into all the technical bits. So just having a quick look at the front here, obviously on and off. There is no flap, you know, safety cut off, which a lot of probably the top end ones tend to have. It would have been, you know, it would have been good, but I'm sure I could, you know, if it is an issue, I could start make something like that. I know a lot of people make it out of wood, but it you know, if they're an issue, but I don't think it will be. So obviously the blade's already installed. So that's obviously the traditional way, up and down on the wheel. Just lean that forward to see. Smooth action theme, and that is plastic. The majority of it is aluminium and solid. This is plastic. Slightly tinny, it is. But I can't see there being many issues if you just use it how you're supposed to. Now adjusting it to bevel it, so goes up to 45 degrees. I haven't got a gauge to measure how true it is. What I'll probably do, you know, if there's enough interest in this video itself, I probably will do a follow-up video after I've had it, you know, some good use into it. I think it's fairly easy to do. Back to 9 to 0. I think that, yeah, I'm really happy with this side of it. I will have to obviously put some extra bits in. I want to do a few cuts, so later in the video I'll put a few cuts on here just to see how it copes with it. So I'll pick up the camera and I'll give you a bit of a closer look actually, just to show you how it is. So like I said, build quality really good. In the shadows here, I think. Let's try and improve some lighting. It's not great. My lighting in the workshop's not fantastic, so I apologise for that. That's one thing I'm going to concentrate on the channel, is getting the workshop improved. I'll give, while we're talking about it, I'll give you a little brief tour of my messy workshop. Here's a garage, as you see behind the garage door. That is one of my future projects. Is I'm going to change this door. It's on its way out. Got a lot of rust on it, so don't know if I'm going to make it wooden or just swap it. Cheaper way would be definitely to swap it. So just having a quick look round. I've got bit of storage. I've got a boxed bandsaw from Aldi. I think I picked it up for about 30 quid. Bargain. I've not even taken it out of the box yet. I don't know if anyone wants a review. I know there is some reviews out on there. I think Peter Millard does a top-notch one, so I don't think I'll be much competition if I did one. But you know, let me know if you want to see any more reviews. So this big rack storage here it was already here when we bought the property. It is really good and handy, but I don't use it to its full potential, and I think it's wasting a lot of the full length of it. It's wasted, I think. So what I'm planning to do is, over here where the bikes are, trim it down and move it to the back, so I can store just the odd jobs around the house, and then use this side as make a bench. And now it is really messy in here, so I apologise again. But I've made one bench here. Got some kitchen cabinets that I got for free off Marketplace. So this is my main little workbench area. So hopefully if I reenact it and do the same down that side, it will help me in my workspace. I just need to work out where I'm putting these bikes. One interesting thing, and I'll quickly mention it before we move on, I don't want to move away too much from the video, is I've got you can't really see it here, I've got an inspection pit. It is covered with wood, goes right down, must be at least 6-7 foot down. It was full of water last time I looked at it. I tried to take the water out, but there was an awful lot in there. So yeah, I have sidetracked, but that's just more to come. If you want to subscribe to the channel, there's loads more to come, loads of little projects that I've got planning on. And like it said, it is a beginner's workshop. I'm an absolute raw novice, so I'm learning along as I go along. So what I would really appreciate, if there's anything that you think I could improve on, any criticism, make sure it's constructive. If I do something wrong, let me know, but tell me why and what I should be doing different. And I'm sure that it'll improve my skills, because it is a bit of a journey. So if anyone wants to come on this beginner's journey with me, hit the subscribe button. There'll be loads more content coming. Here's my first main video in the workshop, so hopefully it is going to be very raw, this video, but hopefully I can improve my technique. Right, okay, so I've done a bit of assembly. I put the blade guard and the riving knife on. Didn't take long, so that was a nice easy job to do. One thing I've noticed, the insert plate, a lot of movement. I don't think that should be like that. I've tightened it as much as I can, and it's not the best. That it does feel a bit tinny. But most people do make a zero insert plate if they're not doing different angle cuts. So might be a project for me to make a zero insert and make it nice and snug. So looking at the mitre gauge, most common thing with table saws is the mitre gauge is just loose and horrible. Now there is a bit of play, but the reviews I've watched, I tell you what, that's not that bad. There's also a slight wiggle, but I mean it is just slight. And that's the same all the way across. But people will make a sledge, won't they? A cross-cut sledge. So it might not bother some people, but it seems good quality. Smooth running. Now, I mentioned about the fence, how key it was. So also look at you got the numbers. They're very clear. There's not a lot of setting up to do with this saw, which is I'm very grateful of. Compared to that Titan I had, it took me hours. So the fence, so I've cracked the fence on now. Now it does clip at the back, like I said, and it is, I mean, it's solid. There is no moving that. And the movement is very smooth, which is really good. Bit of pressure needed to lock it in, but it does lock at the back. So the extended table, that's another one, very smooth. And it goes to 62 centimetre cut. Like I said, once it's on the rail, look at that, nice and smooth. So I'm happy with that, really happy with it. I can't complain. The finishing is a bit rough. I've caught my coat on it a few times, and I thought I'd ripped it. At the back here, it's a bit of sharpness, but for the price of the saw, I can't complain at all with that. So I'll just put this back in. Dust extraction. I'll just quickly spin it around one-handed while I'm holding the camera. Dust extraction at the back. Comes with the with this nozzle, which you can either use with or without. I think that will fit mine. It should do. My vacuum. So that's the saw set up, ready to go. Really, blade guards on, everything. So I'm going to attach up my vacuum, and I think we'll make a couple of cuts. I've tried to sort out the lighting a bit. I'm going to show everyone this because this is how raw this first production is. So I've got my stepdaughter's bedside table light, and it's hooked up. That's a driller nail in to hold it up, just so we've got a bit more lighting down here. But like I said, there's so much going to happen in this workshop. I'm going to put some more lights in. I need loads more power sockets. I think I've only got one, so we'll need to sort that out. So I'm going to set it up now, and then we'll see what the cuts are like. Okay, be back in a minute. So after a couple of cuts, done a bit of ply and a bit of pine CLS, went for it very easily. The blade itself is probably not a great blade. Most people will probably change that. I probably will myself. But summarising it, I'm very happy. 157 quid for this saw. And I think it's a bargain. I really do. You can make your own adjustments, you know, modifications to it. I'm going to make a stand for it to wheel it about, put it on wheels. But it's, you know, it's got a real small footprint when it's stored away. That's a bit of a bleeper. It'll just go under, you know, store nicely away like this. So yeah, it could be used as a job site saw. I don't think professionals would use it. I think it is for the weekend, the hobbyist. But I think it's really good value for money. So I hope that review is not too bad. It's my first go doing it, so it is going to get some improvements on my next content. But you know, in my opinion, for 157 quid, you can't go wrong. I think someone commented on the Tools for Trade website, the YouTube page, that they bought the Black & Decker 220 quid, which looks really good for 220 quid. It looks like it's got a good fence on that. After that, I think Screwfix are doing their exclusive model of the Evolution Rage, where it's only got one slidey out fence. Table side rather than the original S one that's got the two, which is 300 quid at the minute. So I think for 157 quid you can't go wrong. You definitely can't. So in my opinion, it's worth getting. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Let me know what you prefer to see or not see in the next videos. But I think you'll see a few more videos from myself. If you didn't like it, just let me know. Be a bit constructive in that criticism, please. I mean, I am learning. Well, thanks for watching. Thank you.